Hey everybody, it's Laura Kingen. It's 1:30. Welcome. Today I would like to talk about quiet time with music. Welcome to those of you who have been doing my demos before, and welcome to those who are new. I am especially appreciative to the new OTs, the new occupational therapists that have been finding me and maybe watching. As far as these demos are concerned, I just wanted to say, I didn't post this until late last night. I really do use an intuitive approach for these demos and trying to figure out what might be needed, what I feel kind of drawn to present. And so for today, I was just kind of feeling very subdued. And it dawned on me, let's do some quiet time. Last week, I talked about sensory diets. And I've been trying to, in my demos, kind of get this, elicit a calming response with our nervous systems. And I feel like I've been falling just a little shy. So I decided, let's do this today. I'm going to just do a little bit of talking. The bulk of today, I want to just spend doing some quiet time. I've asked my husband, Kevin Kingen, he's a drummer, to play some music for us. And so you guys can go back and, use this video as a tool to just help calm you down. A while back, I did a presentation, a demo on needs. And we were talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And at the very base of the pyramid of our needs as a human being are those basic survival physiological needs, of having enough clean water to drink and safety, security, food, shelter. And without those basic needs being met, it's probably pretty hard to calm down and relax and sleep. So bearing in mind those basic needs, as an occupational therapist, I have tools that we can offer, and I definitely am trying to implement those tools myself. So I want to present this to you all today so that you have something available to you. Those of you that know my structure, I do an introduction and a bit of a classroom presentation where I'm introducing some concepts. I'm not going to do much of that today, other than just kind of let you know kind of where I'm looking at going in the future. And then again, the bulk of our session today is going to be more on the lab portion of more active participation. I am licensed by the state of Arizona to practice occupational therapy. I have also been a nationally registered occupational therapist since 1983. So over some years, I've developed some tools that I'd like to offer to you. In part, this is certainly marketing to let you all know who I am, how I work, what kinds of areas that I work in. But also it's educational and to give you something that you can use at home for your own needs. My business is Sensory Solutions, Inc., and I've been in business since 2008. So it's been a little while. And this is actually my second business. So I've been at it a little while. I, just very briefly, used to work for the Arizona Division of Developmental Disabilities, working in individuals' homes. I left that long-term position in November of 2019 to open up a clinic here in Flagstaff. And now with this pandemic, I brought things online. And I think that this is where we need to keep going. I certainly still have a clinic, but I am really working on promoting things online. My business really is an educational platform for healthcare. That, in a nutshell, is what I'm trying to promote. My husband's a musician, and he's working with several musicians that are stellar, literally. And they are available to work with me in helping to present and bring music out into the world to you all. So just bear that in mind. As an occupational therapist, I can offer evaluations and treatment. And basically, as an occupational therapist, we use activities to help remediate any kind of dysfunction or disability or some kind of challenge. And music offers an incredible amount of opportunity for a lot of different kinds of things. So in my treatment sessions, whether it's individual but also in groups, and that's really what I'm wanting to encourage is the group work, is to bring in the music piece. It doesn't need to be for every session, but certainly for, it's kind of a unique situation where we can, as an occupational therapist, I can work with music professional, and we can offer kind of a unique treatment approach to our therapy sessions. So I have an EMR, electronic medical records online system that I can use. So my therapy sessions, while I'm on Facebook right now, is a private, separate system. So please keep that in mind. So I do individual and group work. I've worked in schools, worked in group homes, agencies, hospitals. So I'm offering this work out to you, and marketing is really interesting in how you get clients. And this is a small business, so I'm kind of putting it out, getting the word out. Please share, and if you know people that are interested in occupational therapy services, please pass that along to people. Now I'm kind of belaboring the point a little bit. The other thing I really want to talk about before we get into the active portion is just to let you know what I do have on the schedule. So in addition to the individual work, the group work, and the online work. Certainly I've been doing these live demos on Wednesdays. I tend to be a little late, about 1:15. Today I started about 1:30. I go for about 45 minutes for the live demos, free online. Please pass the information out. And these videos are also on YouTube. Starting next week at 2:30, I do have a sensory-oriented group, $35. You can pay on Facebook, or better yet, I'd rather contact me. I'll send you an invoice, and that'll put you into our client portal, and that's the online system that we use. So next week, and then thereafter on Wednesdays at 2:30, I'm doing group. I would prefer that you have a sensory diet, but that's not necessary. I do offer sensory diets. It takes about an hour and a half or so. I'm charging $225 right now. If there's financial issues, work with me. I've had my own financial issues, and because of the kindness of other people, I'm here to be able to talk with you all. So I offer that also. Having said that, I would like to, make some income. On Thursdays at 1 o'clock, I have an online range of motion clinic, and we're just talking about range of motion and stretching and maybe some basic exercise, whatever the participants' needs are. Because my husband is a musician, and I feel he's multi-talented and can offer quite a lot, we're starting to offer once a month paid sessions, $5 on Tuesdays at 2:30, where he's doing cooking. He's actually, because of his talents, he, brings characters to life, and so it's his characters that will be doing the cooking. Again, on Facebook, every week we'll be dropping a video at 2 o'clock on Tuesdays, and then once a month the cooking shows are at 2:30. So you can go to YouTube at SSI Tube OT, and you can find those videos. And then on Thursdays every week, we're releasing a video that he does where he's talking about music, and more specifically right now the drumming and techniques about drumming. They're short videos, educational, taking a concept and sharing it, and then illustrating the concept by doing some actual drumming demos. So that's once a week. And then once a month, we'll be doing Rocking in the House with Laura and Kevin. And that will be, we're looking at 5 o'clock on Thursdays. The videos will be released at 4:30 on Thursdays every week. And then once a month. And so I do have some dates for you on that. Rocking in the House, the first one we're going to do is April 17th. and then May 15th. And then the live cooking shows, the first one will be next week. That's March 23rd. And then the one after that will be April 27th. We've got Easter in there, and so that's going to kind of push us back a couple of weeks. A couple other demo kinds of online things on, let's see if I have this right. Did not write that down. On Saturdays, on a weekly basis, Kevin will be dropping videos on slot car, the hobby of slot cars, HO scale slot cars. So we're going to be releasing 3 videos a week of 3 different topics of Kevin's: cooking, music, and then hobby related. As an occupational therapist, we do a lot of crafts and a lot of hobbies. Hobbies are huge. So as an occupational therapist, it's very easy to support these 3 areas, and he brings in some humor and lightness and the music and the joy. So we offer that out to you all. So those are the things that we're looking at as far as scheduling online groups. If you have some individual needs, let me know. Next week, the cooking is going to be stir-fried chicken and fried rice. Even I am learning, just in helping film these videos, I'm learning lots of things about the cooking. So hopefully, yeah, you know, I can't even say basic recipes. He was in the Navy for 22 years and cooking, mess specialist, MS1. So he knows how to cook. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Okay, so I think that that's really what I wanted to talk about. Now it's 15 minutes right there. So for the next half an hour, let's just do some quiet time. Let's just kind of chill out and relax, okay? Because so much of what I've done in my career is working and focusing on sensory strategies, what I'm really trying to do is elicit a nervous system response. And how we're going to do that is emphasizing our sensory systems, especially sound. And then I'm going to put it to you to determine whether you have a tendency to relax more from calming movement or from deep pressure. I'm going to give you 2 examples, and then I'm going to actually calm down. I'm going to pick an activity and I'm going to calm down, and we'll just let the music rip. Keep in mind the lighting can also be very informative to the nervous system. This is during the day. I do have my blinds down, so it's reducing some of the lighting, but like when I was setting up, the sunlight is shining on part of the where I'm going to be working. So as a therapist, those are things that I'm going to be looking for when I'm trying to facilitate a therapeutic activity for my client. So we have hearing, vision. If you have like a diffuser, that could be helpful. A couple of comments about that. Just pay attention to the smells in your environment, and we either have a very strong positive response to smell or a negative response. So the diffuser with the essential oils can be very calming depending. Like, I'm not going to put vanilla on because I don't like it, and that will have a negative, noxious response for me and will be counterproductive to what I'm trying to facilitate. Keep in mind, if you have pets, my understanding is essential oils can be toxic, can be really harmful to your pets. So if you have pets, you should not be using essential oils at all. And if there's a disclaimer in there, I should have, but that's my general guidance. Just be careful with that. But smells can also be helpful. And the idea is to accentuate, overly accentuate the sensory systems, and especially with movement or touch, deep pressure touch, as opposed to light touch, okay? I think that's about all. Now, granted, we could do a meditation and other things on top of this. I'm not going to go there. We're just going to keep it simple. We're going to let Kevin play, Kevin, I'm going to have the drum kit just kind of on the tinges of the video. He would rather stay out of the video. And the focus is on you all anyway. We'll take about 20 minutes, and then I'll come in and we'll just finish up. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, use the chat box, and we'll go from there. Okay? So it's going to take me a couple of moments to switch things around. Take this time to set up your own environment, whether you want to. I've made kind of a nest, and I'll show it to you in a moment. I've made a nest on my floor with cushions. Kids especially, I think, will be much more readily want to jump in and dive into this. Adults may be a little more reticent, but I want to encourage you, especially if you're home alone. What do you have to lose? Experiment, play, okay? So set your environment up, get comfortable, where you can spend about 15 minutes just in that position. Make sure your body is supported. I like a bolster under my knees. Use pillows, use cushions, use a blanket. Another thing is temperature in the room. If it's a little chilly, your nervous system's going to be kind of heightened still and more alert. We really want to let our nervous systems relax. Okay. And that means Laura needs to stop talking. So while I switch the iPad around, show you my nest, settle in, I'm going to ask Kevin to go ahead and start playing. So there's going to be a little bit of kind of busyness here for a moment. And as I've shared with you in the past, I like my sessions to kind of start out kind of, here we are, we kind of build a little bit. I want you to feel that build, because then I want you to feel the calming down. I have found with kids who are hyperactive, so much, and this is probably true for us adults, especially with like dealing with stress and emotions. If we try to calm down, sometimes it's ineffective. We need to let it out. Let that energy out, so then we can calm down, okay? So, this iPad, I'm going to show you what this looks like. And I think I'll step out of the vision of this. Okay, so I have basically disseminated my couch. I've got cushions. And I can't coordinate this very well. So Kevin, I'm going to go ahead and cue you. If you would go ahead and start while I'm getting this all set up. See, now I've got the blankets. You can see the blankets and some weighted items. Pages might be a little far away. Hopefully that'll work. Hello. Sorry about that, everybody. music's still a little busy, and we're gonna have Kevin kind of guide us. So like, yeah, somewhere like in between. And I put some weight on my back that my body is just. Those of you that like movement might want to be in a rocking chair. I was going to show you something else, but I'm kind of settled. Pick a rocking chair. Make sure you just stay rhythmical in your movement. There's the green ball. Be careful. You can lie on the ball and just slowly rock yourself back and forth. I can feel the weight on I put it on my spine. Be careful with that. I can feel my body wanting to settle. So I've got the clock. Spend some time just chilling. Remember to use your breath. I'm not going to do any guiding of breath today, but use your breath to tune in, kind of tune out. It's just taking a couple, like 3 slow deep breaths in and out. Let your body go. So I hope you all can feel something similar. Thank you so much. And again, thank you to my husband, Kevin.